So apparently they're already using brain implants on people with depression. Yes, because of course the implant is going to cure all things. Everything from cancer to insomnia, yes. And all thanks to the incarnate false Jesus Christ known as Elon Musk. Neuralink prepares to draw back the curtain. Ex-employees describe rushed timelines clashing with science's slow pace. Well, how nice. Nothing like rushing to get the implants in. This is John. You can go on YouTube and find Bloomberg's channel and listen to the story. It was like posted 4 weeks ago, how brain implants are treating depression. An experimental surgery that sends electricity into the brain may offer relief from mental disorders. Yeah, this is the same thing they said about lobotomies too, back in the 50s. So, but don't tell the experts that of the universities, because of course they know best. And, you know, Elon Musk being, you know, the savior of humanity and all. We just have to trust the science. Like, do people not realize, like I was reading in one of these articles, because of this whole rushed, that it was from this article, not this one, this next one. The next breakthrough is Elon Musk's Neuralink brain-machine interface, the future of personal computing. So part of this article talks about brain hack, or hack, you know, hack. Once you have the chip in, the hacker's hack is what the section is called. And it says that's what they are doing. And it's been accepted as part of our digital lives. Except this point, they can access your thoughts, sensory input, and memories. Not to scare you, but imagine thinking that in the sensory part of your brain, quote, I'm going to take a nap, end quote. But the chip is hacked and the motor part is reprogrammed to, quote, I'm going to rob a bank, end quote. No professor can save you at this point. Exactly. I'm like, it makes me wonder how, maybe there's been more implants. I've not read this. This ran through my mind reading this, is that, well, you know, these school shootings, have they maybe put implants? Maybe they should start checking the people that are these kids that just, you never know. Maybe they should check if they have an implant. The other thing this can do is rewire identity. Brain interfaces can put information in and not only out, meaning a genius hacker could be ready to change your thoughts or your vote or your identity, or cause you to want to try to do something terrible you normally would never consider, and you wouldn't realize it ever happened. You'll feel strongly about voting for a candidate, and a part of you will wonder if someone manipulated your thoughts so you'd feel that way. Because you literally have to do this. I mean, and see, this is why I don't like them doing it on people with depression that are in such, you know, they're in such these hopeless, helpless states, because of course they're just going to trust the science because everybody's been told to. But you're literally giving up your entire, like people say, turn your will and your life over to God. You're turning your will and your life over to Silicon Valley, to AI. Because it will control your neurons. So this was from John, who I showed in that first slide that you can go on Bloomberg and watch, that had this done with the wires. They drilled 2 holes into his head, and then he becomes a wireless instrument, because he's now merged with a computer that will control his neurons. Artificial intelligence technology that allows you to connect to the human brain, Neuralink sensors ready to be installed. And people think Elon Musk is so great. Oh, please. No, I don't think so. Neuralink brain machine interface, which will be connected to the brain's soft tissue via thousands of wires. These tiny wires are connected and inserted into the brain by a robot. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Which will be associated into a stitching machine. To understand a far-off chip being inserted into our brains, referred to as Neuralink, we've to first understand the workings of a person's mind. Yeah, the people involved in this really don't understand the mind at all, in my opinion. They are building a medical device and a surgical approach to implant that medical device, and they are approaching it with the utilization of a tech company. Move fast and break things. Great. Great. But then these are the same people, Silicon Valley, Elon Musk, that talk about how we all live in a simulation. Yeah, they're that group that says everything's a simulation, which you would have to say that and tell yourself that so you can justify doing this to people. It's sort of a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires. Yeah, no big deal. Just a Fitbit. Instead of it being on your wrist, it's in your brain tissue. I mean, if you need another brain, you can get one down the street at some point if something happens, right? Pioneering depression, treatment with groundbreaking brain-computer interface. Yeah, again, lobotomies, hello? SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk has finally brought out the much-awaited Neuralink surgical robot. Oh, I was on the edge of my seat waiting for that. A revolutionary and developed brain-machine interface which promises to eliminate the differences between humans and machines. Great, what could go wrong? Elon even tweeted out, replying to his fans, that the Neuralink robot can help fight insomnia, amnesia, blindness, and other medical conditions which are common in our century. So basically, it can just fight everything. That way, almost everybody on the planet will run to get it. And then, of course, Silicon Valley and AI will be controlling you. But most people will say, no, it's the science and technology. They only want what's best for us. And of course, I already said what the dark side of brain chip. I mean, there's a ton. But I mentioned it's the rewiring of identity. It's that you could be hacked, because Silicon Valley will never pay the price, even if they did toy with, your neurons in a way that you didn't want them to be toyed with. They'll just say, "Oh, you must have been hacked." How easy, I mean, how convenient. And just so people realize, anybody who did see the movie The Matrix, obviously that's Neo he's connected. He has the brain interface system going on, and he's in the Matrix. And you can see that because there's the computer behind him, and there's the thing that goes in the back of the head, anybody that saw the movie. Once plugged in, he's in the Matrix. And it just so happens that, well, it's a lot like the Matrix, apparently. Nothing like having an antenna and a chip and electrodes and having wireless power all in your brain. Yeah, that's the vision for the future. Is that the golden age? I mean, if this is what the golden age is about, then no, this is more just the metal age, I guess. And I really think that it would be best for the neurosurgeons and neuroscientists for them to be the study group that gets the chip before anybody else does. But of course, they won't do that. Yep, use electrodes and artificial intelligence to read brain activity and translate it into speech. That's the future. Aren't you excited? I mean, I can't wait. We all can just be connected via satellite, and then you'll have no mental privacy. Yes, no mental privacy. Your thoughts will no longer be allowed to just be what you want them to be. Obviously, science hasn't learned its lesson from lobotomies.